In a small peaceful village far from the bustling cities lived a humble Christian couple named Nia and Amari. Known for their kindness and simplicity, they were well respected by the villagers. Though they did not have much, they were rich in faith and love. For years they prayed for a child, and one day God blessed them with a beautiful baby girl named Grace. She was their pride and joy, the only child God had given them. Her radiant smile and bright eyes brought warmth to everyone who met her. As Grace grew older, her parents noticed something different about her. She had a special gift. She could dream about events before they happened. At first, these dreams were small things like predicting a rainstorm or a visitor coming to their home. Nia and Amari were amazed, but they feared how the villagers might react. Few in the village believed in divine gifts, and some even mistook spiritual abilities for dark practices. Grace's parents kept her gift a secret, worried that people would misunderstand or reject her. But as Grace became an adult, her dreams became more intense and significant. She dreamt of both good and bad things that came true. Her parents believed her gift was from God, but they also understood the burden it placed on her young shoulders. Helping others while keeping her heart close to God was a heavy responsibility. She faced doubts, misunderstandings, and emotional struggles as some villagers began to whisper about her strange abilities. Was she a witch, or was she truly blessed? One quiet night, as Grace slept, she had the most frightening dream yet. In the dream, the king of the village's neighboring kingdom was in great danger. His own brother was plotting against him, using witchcraft to steal the throne. The evil brother planned to give the king a gift box filled with a dark spell. As soon as the king opened the box, he would go mad, making it easy for his brother to take over the kingdom. Grace woke up terrified. She rushed to her mother and told her everything she saw. Nia, also frightened, knew they had to act quickly. She took Grace to the pastor at their small church. The pastor was a wise and faithful man, who also knew the king personally. After hearing Grace's dream, he realized the seriousness of the situation. He promised Grace and her mother that he would discreetly inform the king and begin prayers for his protection. The pastor gathered Grace's family and other believers to pray for the king's safety, trusting in God's power to intervene. Meanwhile, the king's brother went ahead with his wicked plan. He ignored the warnings of the witch doctor, who told him that the king might be protected by a higher force. Blinded by his hunger for power, he presented the cursed gift box to the king. But when the king opened it, something incredible happened. Instead of the spell falling on the king, it backfired onto the evil brother. He began acting wildly, as if invisible hands were punishing him. In a moment of madness, the brother confessed his evil scheme in front of everyone. He admitted that he wanted to drive his brother insane to take the throne. After his confession, he ran out of the palace, mad, and was never seen again. The king, though saddened by his brother's betrayal, was deeply grateful for the divine protection that saved his life. He summoned Grace and her family to the village square, where he publicly thanked her for the dream that had spared him. The villagers, who had been skeptical of Grace, started to reconsider their views. Though some were still wary of her gift, others began to see her as someone special, a person blessed by God. Over time, Grace became an inspiration in the village. Men admired her beauty, but many were too afraid of her gift to approach her. However, one brave young man from her church, named Lutalo, was different. He admired her not just for her beauty, but for her faith and heart. Slowly, they grew close, their friendship blossoming into love. Lutalo wasn't afraid of Grace's gift. Instead, he saw it as part of God's plan. They eventually got married and had children of their own, continuing to serve God together. As a couple, they traveled to many places, spreading God's message and leading people to Christ. Grace's life became a testimony to others, showing that even when you face doubt and misunderstanding, God's purpose for you will prevail. She used her dreams to help those in need, bringing hope and faith to the hearts of many. Moral of the story: no matter how different or special your gifts are, trust that God has a purpose for you. Sometimes people may not understand your blessings and there will be moments of doubt and fear. But through faith, perseverance, and God's protection, you can overcome any obstacle. Like Grace, We are all called to use our gifts to help others, spread love, and bring people closer to God. When we trust in Him, His divine power will guide and protect us, even in the most difficult times. I hope you enjoyed this inspiring story. Please like and subscribe for more magical stories.